this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Set up.
Throwing to start the drive. Robinson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one. So they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. 2nd and 10.
Ready.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Ready.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check go.
Looking to throw. Robinson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards.
Come on. Go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Back to throw. Robinson. And it's fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about, for that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Ball rests on the 7-yard line, 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it, or is it a time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
Robinson throwing on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Here we go, son.
Here's Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Here we go. Tonight.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
All right.
Now it's Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Easy, easy, easy. Nelson. Right.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down in inches. Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
All right, go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a pickup of 6.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been four-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here we go. All right.
Off play action, Fields. This one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, tonight. Angel, Angel, Angel. Tonight.
Fields. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Looking to throw. Robinson. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 62 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Hey, 551, 551.
In motion goes the tight end.
Tonight.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded at about the 28. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. But, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hut, hut.
Throwing after the interception. Robinson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Robinson flushed out right. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Robinson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively,
Here we go, side.
Here's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go, side. Side.
To throw is Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 58 yards. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
19 Lion. Go.
Looking to throw. Robinson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. First down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Come on. Come on. Set.
Off the play fake. Robinson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Warrior 70. Set. Ready.
Off play action. Robinson. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Chap, check, chap. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Robinson. Touchdown. Jake Ferguson. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Fields now to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Down to the 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Ready up!
The Bengals drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Go! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Get up!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Set! Mustang 19! Hut, hut!
Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Ready, ready?
They'll look to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Let's go! Rig alert! Rig alert! 79 Broncos! Set go!
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing it.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Miles Murphy
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Ken.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
From the gun, here's Fields. He finds Austin complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Oh, let's go. All right.
From the 50, here's Fields. Austin is there and brings in another one. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 2nd down and a yard.
Here we go, tonight.
Motion man is Schwartz.
Right.
Again, Fields. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Here we go. Right. Go.
Now Fields. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go.
They snap it to Fields. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon, 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Looking to throw. Robinson. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
To throw is Robinson. A final shot before break. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Here we go.
Motion man is Schwartz. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here we go, son. Alpha, 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 alpha. Sit high.
Back to throw. Fields.
A little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now a first carry here for their running back. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Hey, hey, check that.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Ready!
Operating from the gun, Robinson. That is caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Fields. Completes it to Austin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here we go. I'm good.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. There he goes again, and he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run, shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now it's Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Operating from the gun. Robinson. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Robinson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here we go.
Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Right.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it.
Don't jump.
That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a hole.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jake Ferguson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Here we go. You got a mini basic. Hey, can. Right.
To throw is Fields. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Up. Here we go. We're good. All right.
Here's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas.
11.
They're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take it. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ready.
2nd and 9 now. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Murray. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's into the hands of Woods. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Open man right side is St. Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Fields now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
This 2nd and 4.
Here we go, Sinai. Sinai.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the... And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover.
Shut up. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Pruitt.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Ready. Check go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pruitt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now on second down.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
They'll come up now. This is second and long.
Come on.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Plenty of time. All three timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
Go.
Hand off to Spears.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up now. Second and 9. The Spears with another carry.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down.
Ready. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. This is first and 10.
70. Here we go. Shot. Buffalo 18. Hut.
Throwing after the interception. Robinson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here comes second down.
Let's go now.
off the play fake. Robinson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a...
Beside myself, I remind myself from think I gotta go through. Unlike therapist, unlike most, you love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Nobu, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Tether Road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Blick at my VIP. Snack of my. Won't break, won't miss. Rich took his check, I know. We talking start like ball high, pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm a miss. So my daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this.